Hi world, it's early mid-evening on the 11th of January 2015. I haven't posted in the last couple of days. I've been waiting to see which way the wind blows, but now that it's in the evening, at least in the UK, the million-strong march in Paris has happened. Very noble, very pleased to see all the world leaders there. Don't really like it. It's okay, yeah, great, sure. It unites the world against terrorism, but you know, what's it actually going to do to stop the fanatics? It's very much like shutting the door after the horse has bolted. Astrologically, I'm looking at this. Mars is now at 29.5 degrees of Aquarius. Within the next 24 hours, Mars is going to leave Aquarius and move into Pisces. He's then going to immediately square Saturn, and then conjunct Neptune. Mars conjunct Neptune in Pisces, squaring Saturn at the start of Sagittarius, is not a particularly great combination. This has been brewing over the last week, and it's not in itself the astrological indicators of the outrages of the first week of January. That is more to do with the recent full moon and the Uranus-Pluto square, which brought the level of extremism and intensity into the situation. It is going to screw up a lot of people. I do expect over the coming week considerable degree of irritation, volatility, anger in a number of people's lives, particularly those who are being affected by the Saturn-Neptune square at the moment. Obviously this is not all of them, but most of them are going to find that, yeah, they're going to be a little bit more, on the one hand, assertive and projective, forceful, dynamic, and on the other hand, they may not be at their most sensitive. With Mars squaring Saturn, there's going to be very much a question of, well, what needs to be done or said will be done. And with Mars conjunct Neptune, there's going to be a kind of following one's dream, following one's vision. And Mars likes to think it's in a sensitive position in Pisces, but actually it's not. When people ask me to describe Mars in Pisces, I talk to them about how it's impossible for Mars to be focused and directed when it's coming from a nebulous and uncertain background, such as Pisces projects. So instead, Mars has to send its energy internally for it to come out in some type of unconscious meme, such as art or drama or dance or something that involves physicality and spirituality. Which is all very nice for Mars in Pisces, and in a week's time I'll be extolling the virtues of it. But with Mars conjunct Neptune square Saturn over the coming week, you can be sure that there are going to be further developments. I suspect there will be further isolated outrages. Make no mistake, this is not these outrages are not as a result of a gang of mad mullahs sitting in a cave somewhere planning these things, as the 9/11 people would have us believe. This is a bunch of individuals who, they're not so much sleepers, they're just being really frustrated with what they see as the way the world's gone. So this is random. This is not a covert group of subversive terrorists. Not really. It's not the way it's being presented, so don't buy into that. But over the coming week or so, I do expect further isolated incidents of provoked action. Don't trust your eyes necessarily, trust your intuition, trust your gut instincts. With Mars conjunct Neptune, there's going to be an element of not so much hype or spin, but glamour, perhaps enchantment, CGI or movie making, seduction even. Mars conjunct Neptune could be one of the most seductive of aspects. It can bring in this thing around enchantment, entrancement, seduction. Yes, Mars Neptune, especially in Pisces. Wonderful time to get up on stage and play a role and really put your all into it. Lousy time with a square Saturn for you to be doing anything that manifests in self-control and discipline. It's not a disciplined time, it's a bit of a haywire time. There's a lot of buttons getting pushed in the coming week. So my advice to all of you really is stay low and keep your cool. Keep as centered and focused as you can. I'll do my weekly update tomorrow. Catch you later. Good night.